Hi, this is Lindsay. We're going to be looking at how to enter the cost of goods sold formula in your Excel Chapter 3 project, Modern Music Shops. This formula itself is in your textbook. It's on page EX 163. So I'm going to click in cell B14, which is where we want the results of this formula to actually display. Whenever we enter a formula, we always begin with an equals sign so that Excel knows that it's going to have some work to do for us. Now the formula is telling us that we need to type in the equal sign and then select cell B13. Following the B13, I'm going to enter an asterisk, which is a Shift 8, a parentheses, and then I'm going to be subtracting whatever is in my cell B4 from 1. Okay, so let's talk about this in English for a second. I want to take the amount of money, the amount of stuff that we sold in a particular month, and figure out what that cost is. In other words, how much money do I have left over? How much have I spent so that I can figure out what I have left over in the gross margin? So first I need to look at my sales figure, which is the $3.113 million here in July. And then I want to subtract from 1, which represents 100%. I want to subtract, the margin figure, the percentage. This is how much it actually costs me to buy the stuff that I'm actually selling. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the revenue and I'm subtracting actually about 42.5% from that revenue. And that's going to give me my gross margin. So I entered the formula equals B13 times, which is the asterisk, and then the sum, the remainder of 1 minus B4, and now I'm going to enter that. The next step is to copy this formula over column by column by column by column, because here's the secret, folks. I don't want to have to type anything in if I don't have to, because that path is fraught with peril. You never know whether or not you're going to be typing it incorrectly. We always want to multiply our sales figure by the same margin cost, this 57.5%. So in order to do that, we're going to make this cell B4 an absolute cell value. I'm going to hit my F4 key on my keyboard. See, it just inserted those two dollar signs. I think of those dollar signs as stop signs. So as I copy this formula over cell to cell to cell to cell, what I'm actually doing, and what I'm actually going to be doing, is telling Excel to multiply whatever is next to me, in this case it's B13, times 1 minus always B4. So let's go ahead and accept that change of the formula. I'm going to copy my formula over from column to column to column after grabbing the handle in the lower right hand corner. And now I've just double-clicked to display the formula in my cell C14. And so I can see that now this formula is multiplying my sales figure for August times the difference between 1 minus 57.5%. And if I click in the formula under September, I can see, oh, look at this. I'm multiplying the figure in D13 this time. But I'm always coming back to that B4 cell. Now, I could have just manually typed in each of these formulas as I went along and gone ahead and typed in equals D13 times 1 minus B4, and then E13 times 1 minus B4. I could have done that time after time. But when I use an absolute cell value in this formula, it allows me to copy that, and it saves me a lot of time. If you have any questions about how to enter this formula, please feel free to contact me. And thanks for listening.